Hey everybody, my name is Daniel Wendler from ImproveYourSocialSkills.com, and today I want to share with you a technique that's really helped me overcome a lot of my own social anxiety, and hopefully it'll help you overcome some of your social anxiety as well. And the technique is pretty simple to apply, but in order to understand the technique, we need to understand a little bit about the nature of fear. What is fear? And I'm not going to get really philosophical with you. I'm just going to stick to the basics. Fear is a physical response that your body engages in to try to warn you of danger. So if you are, walking in the woods and you see a bear, your body is going to engage a fear response to let you know, hey, that's a bear. You should be afraid because that bear could really hurt you. So your heart's going to start pounding, you're going to feel short of breath, all of, your adrenaline is going to kick in, all of that is going to happen to protect you from the danger of the bear. So fear, when it's properly used, is used to protect you from danger. The problem is that fear also triggers in situations where there is no danger. So if you're sitting there watching a scary movie, you might feel that exact same fear response that you would feel in the woods with a bear, but obviously there's no real danger. The monster on the TV screen is not going to attack you. You're perfectly safe, but your body doesn't know that. Your body thinks that there's a danger. The thing is, you know that there's not a danger, and so you are able to still enjoy the movie. You're able to feel all of the same fear that you felt in the woods with a bear, but you're able to say, no, I know that I'm totally safe. I know that this is just a movie. And so I can sit here and I can enjoy this, even though my body is giving me this fear response. And that same control that allows you to enjoy a scary movie can also allow you to enjoy a social interaction, even when your social anxiety is triggering and you're feeling a strong fear response. And the way that it works is you want to sort of get your brain involved, because when your body is calling the shots, it's going to activate the fear response. And, again, your body doesn't know the difference between something that's really dangerous and something that's not, but you do. You can be at a party and feel a lot of anxiety about the thought of talking to somebody, and you can rationally think, what's the danger of talking to this person? And you can say, okay, well, maybe they won't like me. Maybe I'll say the wrong thing. Maybe it'll be sort of embarrassing. And sure, these would be, problematic things, but they're not that big a deal in the final equation. Like if you talk to this person and you embarrass yourself, the next day they're probably not going to be thinking about it anymore. It's certainly not nearly as dangerous as going and talking to a bear, because the bear will maul you, and most people at a party would not. So as you sort of examine that fear and you ask yourself, really, what is the danger here? You can start to get a rational sense of, there really isn't a lot of danger. My fear response is totally triggering. My fear is off the charts, but the actual danger in the room is not that high. And what that allows you to do is to sort of control your behavior in the same way that you can control your behavior in a scary movie. You can say, okay, I'm feeling this fear, but this fear is not telling me the truth. What the fear I'm experiencing is telling me is not the real experience in the room. The real experience in the room is that there is no danger, even though I feel the danger. I realize that I'm sort of making this point multiple times, but I really want you to get it. When your social anxiety is triggering, it's telling you that there's danger, but the danger doesn't really exist. Again, your social anxiety is telling you that there's danger, and the danger doesn't really exist. I mean, sure, you might get embarrassed. Somebody might decide that they don't like you. Somebody might even make fun of you. All of those are things that would happen, but then you would go home and you would get up the next day and the world would go on. And so if you remind yourself of that, if you tell yourself, what, I'm not actually in danger here. Even though I feel afraid, I'm not actually in danger. That can give you the courage to take a little bitty step. I'm not asking you to go out and be the most social person in the world if you're feeling very anxious, but you can do one thing more than your fear wants you to do. So if you're feeling a very strong level of anxiety and you're feeling paralyzed by your anxiety, you can think through, okay, is this actually dangerous? And then as you realize rationally, I'm pretty safe here, you can tell yourself to do one baby step towards being more social. So maybe you say, okay, I feel really afraid of going up and talking to that person, but I will at least stop looking at my phone. So maybe they can come up and talk to me. Or I feel really afraid to go and talk to that group, but maybe I can go and talk to this individual person because that feels less scary. Or I feel really afraid even just to be here, but I'm going to stay at this party or I'm going to stay in this social situation for 5 minutes, even though I feel afraid and I want to leave now. Again, I'm not, because like physical fear, it can be very uncomfortable. And I'm not saying that thinking the right thoughts is going to make that go away. But when you have the right mindset, that gives you the ability to, to hold out for 1 minute more than you would have otherwise, 5 minutes more than you would have otherwise, 10 minutes more, whatever it is, take it. Because every time that you sort of step out in courage and you say, you know what, I'm afraid, but I'm going to do it anyway, that gives you a little bit more mastery over your fear. That gives you a little bit more proof that when social anxiety is acting up, you don't need to listen to it. And so I think that following that pattern of noticing your fear, realizing that your body is telling you that you're in danger, but you're not actually in danger, and then taking a step of courage to do something that's a little bit more than you feel comfortable to do, that over time is going to help strip away some of your social anxiety and help you feel more comfortable in social situations. Obviously, it's not going to change your life overnight. And if your social anxiety is really, really severe, I advise you, go see a professional counselor, go talk to a psychologist. There's treatments that work really, really well for this. But if you're looking for something that you can apply yourself, or if anxiety is something that troubles you, but it's not strong enough that you feel like you need to talk to a counselor, go ahead and give this a shot. Next time you're feeling anxious in a social situation, just remind yourself, no matter how afraid I feel, I'm probably not going to get mauled by a bear, and so I should just relax and stay in this even though I feel afraid. Again, you can sit and watch a scary movie even though you feel very afraid, and you can stay in a social situation even though you feel very afraid because you know that you're safe. Trust that safety and take a step of courage, and I think that you'll be rewarded. Hope that helps. As always, if you liked the video, then like the video. I feel weird saying that. The whole promoting myself on YouTube just feels weird, but I'm confronting my fear. So like the video, subscribe. If there is something that I can help you with, if there's a question that you've got, if there's something else you want me to talk about, mention it in the comments, and I would love to get into that. So once again, I'm Daniel Wendler from improveyoursocialskills.com, and I hope this has been helpful to you.